Hey, if you're like me, then you absolutely love to chase big whitetail bucks during the early season period. But the sad truth of the matter is, this can be one of the toughest times to try and ambush one of these big boys.
From the Pages Up is brought to you by Nikon, the trusted name in optics.
As I wrote in my first book, Aggressive Whitetail Hunting, the reason why hunting can be so tough during this time frame has to do with something I've come to refer to as the transition. Both the deer herd and the environment in which the deer live are undergoing major changes at this time. Much of what happens during the transition period and the resulting negative effects it has on us as deer hunters can be blamed purely on a number of natural occurrences. First of all, there's the fact that buck bachelor groups begin to break up. Second, mature bucks adopt very restricted, mostly nocturnal movement patterns at this time of year. And third, foods that whitetails may have been using as primary sources of nutrition throughout much of the late summer suddenly lose their appeal to the deer, which means that a big buck's travel routes and daily routines suddenly change. But one of the most critical factors that occurs during the transition period has to do with big buck temperament. Since they're not doing much in the way of rubbing or scraping, and since they're certainly not being sidetracked by hot does, mature bucks are very much in tune with their surroundings. Put simply, they are the epitome of the ultimate survival machine at this time of year. Obviously, taking big whitetails during the transition period is not an impossible task, and here are some keys to help you accomplish that goal. First of all, you must figure out exactly what it is the deer in your hunting areas will be eating come opening day. Second, because of their often restricted daytime movement patterns, you're going to have to establish stand sites as close as possible to the bedding areas of big bucks. And finally, you must take all the necessary steps for ensuring that the deer you're hunting don't catch on that a new predator is routinely invading their domain. In other words, keep a low profile. Not only must you prevent deer from figuring out the location of your stand sites, you must keep your comings and goings an absolute secret as well. Along with always using the wind to your advantage, make sure you take all the necessary steps to ensure that you're not continually contaminating your hunting areas with human odor. I'm confident that if you apply these strategies, you'll realize more success during the tough transition period. Remember, hunt hard, but always hunt safe.
From the Pages Up has been brought to you by Nikon, the trusted name in optics.